Terrorism. There's always been terrorism, there always will be terrorism, and America is targeted in our lifetimes. It's just people on the, it doesn't matter what I think, but other people, if they look at us like an empire, they're going to treat us like an empire. Nobody ever just laid down their weapons and said, sure, empire, have your way with me. You got disgruntled people on the fringes that are going to do nasty things to you. Now, we wish they would line up in formation so we could carpet bomb them. That's an easy solution. But are you going to do that if you're angry with the empire? No, you're going to shoot in from the bushes like we did when we fought the British. You're going to be a terrorist. Anytime you hear the word terrorism these days, I think you owe it to yourself to kind of look at it hard, because they're using terrorism in so many ways these days. Domestic terrorism, narco-terrorism, this and that terrorism. It's just a fear tactic. Terrorism's way overrated. Yeah. So let's just think of the reality here. Half the world's living on $2 a day. The gap's getting worse. There's angry people out there. And they're not going to target Norway, I promise you that. I mean, they're going to target us. I'm not justifying, I'm just saying it shouldn't surprise you. Now, if you're wondering from a travel point of view, what's the risk? The risk is minuscule. Obviously, we are creatures of the media and we freak out if there's one little event. But I'm telling you, 12 million Americans go to Europe every year. 12 million Americans went this year, they'll go next year, they went last year. Bomb in Madrid, no Americans hurt or killed, tragic thing. 12 million Americans go, 12 million Americans come back. The year before, bomb in London, terrible thing, 40 people die. 12 million Americans go, none hurt, 12 million Americans go back. Tomorrow, if an American is beheaded by a jihadist in Madrid, it doesn't change the fact that it is safe to travel. The media is going to take advantage of us and emotionalize it and hystericalize it, and most of us are going to freak out, and I think you're just encouraging the terrorists. You're part of the problem, frankly. I was in London when they had that terrible bomb in London. On day 2, they were back to normal, as a matter of principle, not being terrorized by the terrorists. Whatever happened to that? Well, it's not good for media. Sooner or later, a plane's going to go down, and we're going to go into this hysterical tailspin, and we're going to alienate the rest of the world, we're going to compromise our ideals, and we're going to freak out. Not remembering that every day that many people die on the freeways here, and it's not worth headlines. We're a mighty nation of 300 million people. People die. 70,000 people die on our roads every year. Anybody in that business would know if you drove 20 miles an hour slower, you'd save 20,000 precious lives. Are you going to drive 20 miles an hour slower to save 20,000 lives? Hell no. Screw those people. I got places to go. That's our attitude. I mean, in the honest truth, you go into a voting booth, are you going to vote to drive 50 miles an hour to save 20,000 people? No, and rightfully so, because we're a big nation of 300 million people and we got places to go. That's the reality. At least that's what we decide as a free, well-educated nation in our democracy. 15,000 people die every year in our country because of handguns. And you can make the case that that's a small price to pay for the precious right to bear arms that are so necessary. That's the notion, because we agree with that every year, year after year. We're a free, well-educated nation. We lose 15,000 people to have handguns. Europeans laugh out loud when they hear that Americans are staying home for safety reasons. If you care about your loved ones, you will take them to Europe tomorrow. And if you really hate terrorism, I think you'll realize the most important thing for us to do is to keep traveling, learn about the world, help them better understand us, and come home and help us better understand them.